90-90 pose. This is a position for improving the rotation of our hips, working specifically on improving external rotation in the front leg and internal rotation in the back leg. So to set up for this, I'm starting down on the ground. I want one leg to be out in front of me and one leg to be going off to my side so that the calf is reaching a little bit behind. Both legs are going to be bent at a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to be pressing down into the ground with my hand on the same side as the forward leg to help keep my torso propped upright. Now, for many people, just getting into this position to start will be a challenge. You will feel a struggle to keep the knees down on the ground. You'll feel a struggle to keep your torso upright. That's completely normal. That's something that you're going to work on and that's going to improve over time. The first way of making this position a little bit easier if you are struggling is to take the hand and move it a little bit further away from your hip. So if I turn off to the side here a little bit, you can see that if I take my hand and place it directly outside of my hip, that makes it a little bit more difficult because I don't have as much of a lever to lean onto. Whereas if I put my hand a little bit further out, I can shift more of my body weight onto that arm, and it makes it a little bit easier for me to stay upright and to keep my legs in this position with my knees down. Now, just switching over to the other side so you can see it as well. We want to work on both sides evenly, so whenever you finish on one, you switch and you have the other leg in front and the other leg in back, both still bent at 90 degrees, and then you take the other hand and place it down on the ground for support. A lot of different things that you can work on when you're in this position. For one, we just want to spend extended periods of time sitting here and trying to hold it comfortably. So you want to take sets of anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds of just holding in this position, trying to keep your posture nice and tall, trying to keep both knees pressed into the ground, feeling the stretch on the outside of your hip on both legs. You can also play around with kind of a variation of a pigeon. So pressing your chest down into that forward leg. That's going to give you a greater stretch on the outside of that forward hip. And you could do that for sets of anywhere from 5 to 10 repetitions at a time. And you really just want to play around with this position, see what feels comfortable, what feels uncomfortable, what different positions are hard to hold, and try and work on making those positions a little bit easier over time. Try to work on keeping yourself taller with your torso over time.